Hi, I would like to call the curriculum committee meeting of August 24th at 6 p.m. to order. At this time, I will ask for roll call.
Mayra Reyes,
Vania Valencia.
Saúl Olivas.
Amy Engel.
John Simpson.
Thank you. We do not have any public comment today. And as a reminder, the curriculum committee meeting values, Uh, thank you for everyone who came this evening. We will now move on to the agenda items. We will start with Dr. Amy. No, Dr. John Simpson. No,
Mr.
Mr. John Simpson.
All right. Good evening, everybody. So first, I would like to welcome Miss Marissa Martinez, our Assistant Director of our Resilience Education Center, to come on up. She is going to present for us our Fall Resilience Education Catalog.
Members of the board and cabinet members. My name is Marissa Martinez, Assistant Director of the Resilience Education Center. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share a little bit about what we have planned for the Resilience Education Center this fall. The REC was created to provide our students with opportunities to explore their interests, develop new skills, and build relationships. As we enter our new school year, we are continuing to build on that vision by creating opportunities for both students and families. Tonight, I'm excited to share the Fall 2026 REC catalog, which highlights the programming and experiences we will be offering throughout the fall. This fall, families can participate in programming in culinary, art, yoga. Culinary, art, and yoga. These opportunities are designed for students from preschool to 12th grade. So as the breakdown of the calendar is by month, so September, October, and November. So each one has a breakdown of culinary kitchen, yoga, and the art. So our goal was to make the programming fun and inviting. So you'll see classes such as Artistic Adventures, a breakfast burrito bash, monkey bread magic, and many more. And I'll give you guys just a few minutes to look over the various classes that we're offering, because culinary offers a lot. Artistic Adventures changes periodically with painting, or I give the teacher the autonomy to read the room and see what the students would like to do for the next class.
Quick question. Who teaches the classes? Is it, I'll
Staff.
ask that. Yeah. Is our staff?
Mhm.
Okay.
So one of the things I'm most excited about is the opportunity to bring families into the REC. Our classes are free, and these aren't simply just classes for students. They're opportunities for our families to learn, grow, and connect with each other. I can take any questions.
Can you remind us how to register?
Yeah, you can either email us. The catalog will have our email link to the school secretary, or families can call.
Quick question also. What is the plan to get these out to families, meaning of advertising wise?
So we put them on our school website, as well as share them with the parent liaisons at each school. And I'm currently working on a Resilience Education Center s'more.
Thank
A s'more, you said?
Yeah, for elementary, sorry.
Oh, okay.
So it's a platform that we use for our elementary level students.
Okay.
And I know we've done a lot of art, culinary, and dance, and that's specific to what the REC has to offer within. Are we ever or thinking outside the box of creating something else? I'm thinking more of, I know our staff comes in and we have these programs, but are we thinking of actually having our community members come out and help utilize this space? I know we've talked about it many times, and I know right now we're just talking about the classes we're going to be offering, and it might be out of your right, but I'm just thinking out loud. The rec center was built to make sure that it was a community center. Well, I understand that we do have these particular classes that we have that we're able to teach there. But I'm thinking of more outside the box. What programs can we bring from the community into our center that other organizations can utilize. So that's just something to put out there.
If it's okay with you, Mr. Simpson. So we are currently rolling out a few more things that will be at the following meeting, I believe it's September. So we are partnering with Boys and Girls Club, so that's to come. We also have a barber piloting program and Girls Run the World mentoring. So those are things that we're working on. One will begin in September, the other one in October, and then Boys and Girls Club, just pending on their schedule. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Our next item is going to be as an informational memo from the in regards to our partnership with the Kane County Regional Office of Education. So last month at the curriculum board, we did present all of our school improvement plans. We do have some schools that are required to work with a learning partner. And so those schools are Edna Rollins Elementary School, K.D. Waldo Middle School, Cowherd Middle School, and then Allen Elementary School. And so this memo outlines a partnership to utilize the Kane County Regional Office of Education as that approved learning partner for those 4 school sites. That cost would be a total of $20,000. It would be covered out of local would be covered out of grant funds, the 1003A grant fund specifically, as it's a requirement. With a breakdown of roughly $5,000 per site, or exactly $5,000 per site, I apologize. In total, each school would receive about 12 and a half hours of coaching, and the coaching would focus around both leadership development, working with PLCs, school improvement plans, and it also lines up very nicely with our 45-day monitoring windows, which are part of our school improvement plans. We have utilized learning partners in the past. This will be the first time that we're using Kane County Regional Office of Education as our learning partner for these 4 sites. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to know more about learning partners and what the reason is for these 4 schools to be partnering and not the other.
Yeah, fantastic question. So all of our schools get a summative designation from the state, right? So they can be exemplar, which is the top 5%. You can have commendable. And then after that, you then have like targeted, comprehensive, and intensive support. And so when schools come back in that comprehensive and then targeted, they are required to work with a learning partner. And then you are on a 4-year cycle with that, which does cause some schools will, wait, we're no longer comprehensive, or maybe we're no longer targeted. But if you already were and you had that 4-year cycle, you still have to stay with a learning partner. The state has identified learning partners that you can select from, and your Kane County Regional Office of Education is one of the approved learning partners, and so that's how we selected them. We did some work with them this summer in regards to the new accountability measures. They did a really great job in that presentation, and so then we met with the regional office after that and said, let's talk about what can be offered as an approved learning partner to support those 4 school sites, and then so they developed the 12 and a half hour coaching plan for each site based off that conversation. You're welcome. Any other questions I can answer?
What did we used to use before the Kane County?
Yeah, thank you. Great question. So for the last couple years, we used West Ed as our approved learning partner. And West Ed was with us for about 2 or 3 years. We did use them district-wide for a couple initiatives, and then we utilized them as our approved learning partner at those targeted sites as well. So all 4 of these sites did utilize West Ed prior, but they'll be using, based on this memo, if we're good, we'll be utilizing the Kane County Regional Office of Education. Any other questions? All right, thank you.
Joining us today is Mr. Brad Weir, Assistant Principal for Teaching and Learning at East Aurora High School. He and his team are here to share our annual update on course considerations for our high school course catalog for, believe it or not, the 2027-2028 school year.
Yes, that is wild. Thank you, Dr. Engel, for the introduction. Thank you for Curriculum Board for the opportunity to present. I will introduce my team as well, so they're going to help me present tonight and can help answer questions if there are any. I've got Miss Lisa Case here. She's our Division Chair for Math and Business, and Mr. Tom Scoble, he's our Division Chair for English and Fine Arts.
All right, thank you. So our first course proposal is in the English department, which is dual credit composition 1, 2, and dual credit speech. So for those that don't know the definition of dual credit composition or dual credit in general, students are both enrolled at the high school and with Waubonsie Community College. We do offer that early college program, but this would be inside the high school building, so taught by our high school staff. It will replace a few of our English offerings for seniors, whereas workshop, rhetoric, creative speaking honors. They're very similar curriculum, but now students would have the opportunity to earn both college and high school credit. The dual credit, these three are 1 semester, 1 period courses, and you would have to pass dual credit composition 1 first semester to take second semester dual credit composition 2. A lot of area schools offer these already, so we are kind of offering these to our students within our building, and that is the English offerings we have so far. The next, here's the course proposal offering for the costs. We're actually going to save money if we offer it in-house. We're going to save $92 per credit hour per student because we will save on those transportation costs because they'll still remain within the high school building. To teach these courses, you have to have essentially a master's degree in the content or 18 credit hours. So we at least have 3 high school English faculty that can teach the composition courses. The speech to be determined because it could be 18 credit hours and you can't put it on your credentials as a teacher until the high school that you work at offers it. So that's to be determined with the speech instructors. So that's the proposal for the costs. My other part of the division is art. So we are going to propose a digital art and design. Because Pathways is becoming increasingly popular, this is one area where careers within the workforce is increasing. So we want to give our students equitable access to this skill. So this would be part of a pathway for arts, audio, technology. So if you're a digital photography student, digital art student, we have music production. So all these courses, but this is just one element that a student can take. And if this is approved, there's now a pathway for AP for these students. We have a digital photography 1 and 2, but there's no AP capstone for those digital photography students, the digital art students. So we would offer AP 2D art for those students. This is the only AP Studio art course we don't currently offer. We offer AP drawing and AP 3D for ceramics and sculpture students. So this would just offer all 3 to our students versus 2 of the 3. And here's the cost proposal. Questions, or should I give it to Ms.
Are all
Kate?
these courses going to be available at the high school?
Yes, at the high school. Because we currently offer the dual credit composition, speech, and composition, but at Waubonsie.
Is it all classmen or just certain?
Composition would just be the senior English credit offering. Speech could be juniors or seniors.
What would the requirements be in order to be able to qualify for these courses?
Dual credit speech, there is no qualification. For dual credit composition, a student must score a 19 on the ACT their junior year in reading or English. Other questions? All right, thank you.
Thanks, Al.
Right. So another course that we're proposing is Accelerator, which is a year-long course. And it's part of our entrepreneurship pathway. So it's the second course. Incubator is the first course. I think you were part of the pitches. Incubator is where the students create a product and they pitch it. Accelerator is where they're going to take it and they're actually going to create a corporation, an LLC. They're going to, launch the business, and they're going to have mentors, local mentors, in helping them. Also, this course gives some industry certifications with entrepreneurship and small business, as well as project management ready, all through Certiport. And then here's the cost proposal. It's an annual subscription fee, so it gives the teacher access to the scope and sequence and all of the information that you need to guide the students through creating this business and launching it. Any questions?
Do we have an estimated enrollment if we're thinking of incubator, those students, what are the, let's say, assumptions of what is going to be going into this new course accelerator?
So it depends. If a student pitches their product and they want to launch it, then they would go into the accelerator course. So I mean, it might be a team of students of 3 or 4. It could range that multiple groups of students want to launch their product for accelerator. So that's something that we will see what happens and see how that course fills up.
In addition, we'll monitor the enrollment requests, of course. We can only
Yes.
run courses that have enough enrollments. When we can stack a class,
Yeah.
sometimes we will do that so that we could potentially offer incubator and accelerator while maximizing our FTE, but allowing those opportunities for students as well.
What is the required enrollment?
So they need to go through the incubator. Oh, sorry.
You said you will monitor
Yes.
the amount of people that are interested in the
Yes.
class, on the course. What is the required?
We don't have an official enrollment number. Typically with a brand new course, we would be a little bit more flexible and, upper teens area, we would say, okay, this is a go. If the numbers are lower than that, we'll try to, like I said,
Yeah.
thank you, stack the classes. So we can take like an incubator class potentially that has a low enrollment and this class and merge them together into one period to maximize that. We try to stay in the 20s and up so that we are fiscally responsible whenever possible. But there isn't a hard and fast rule, unless I misspeak. Okay.
I know there's a few districts that do this incubator also. Do we have any other nearby districts that are doing this accelerator?
Both the Naperville high schools are doing this. The Downer, Streamwood, those are name a few that are local that are actually running the accelerator course.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay.
Okay, last but not least, we have our course proposal for the AVID elective. That's actually an acronym. AVID's an acronym standing for Advancement via Individual Determination. And that's a very good representation of the students that enter this course or would take this course. They might at times not necessarily have the skills to succeed coming into high school, to succeed in upper level course like an AP class. But this is a course that helps develop those skills, like test taking skills, note taking skills, organizational skills that will help them throughout all of their classes. And again, they might not always be an AP student, but they're also not the student that's in academic supports and interventions. It's kind of your student right down the middle that knows they actually are determined and they do want to succeed and take courses at more challenging coursework than at a more challenging pace than they're currently prepared for. And this class helps develop those skills and provides the support not only for the classes at the high school to be successful, but also beyond in college and career. AVID is a support system that students actually do apply to join and they are selected. Each year, students take an AVID elective course along with their other individual academic courses. And that group, something cool about this is that group actually moves through the grade levels together. So oftentimes what they'll do is the same students that are in your AVID class as freshmen are in your AVID class again the next year as sophomores and juniors and seniors. And the kids and the teachers really get a bond together and they develop a support system for one another. And oftentimes in school districts with the AVID elective, you'll find the students saying that that's their favorite class and that they really love that that's something that they chose for their 4 years at the high schools. East High, so that you know, we have been participating in AVID training, different PDs for the past few years, and we have been running building-wide strategies. If you visited the high school now and went into a math boost or a reading intervention class, you would see AVID strategies there already. One thing that you would see would be the AVID organizational binders, where students are actually provided a binder with tabs and a pencil case, and they have tabs for note-taking and for their classes. And the students learn to go around and take notes in their different classes and come back and organize those notes and summarize. And that's something that they are working on now. Former students also are often recruited to come back as what's called like avid tutors. And we could go into the community college and ask students to come back, and they work in the classes with our kids, and they talk to them about college, but also they help them with their coursework while they're in high school. Many schools around us do have the avid elective already. We visited a few of these more recently, and it's something that's been going on for a few years and very successfully. And last but not least, the approximate cost is that there is no additional cost for the avid elective. It's included with the current avid yearly membership that we already have, and that's the membership that provides our resources and our PD that we currently have in the district now. Questions?
Yes, so this is only for high school students, grade level? Does it pertain to grade level specific?
There are districts that it's newer. It's definitely started out at the high school level in districts really nationwide, but it has started to trickle down into middle schools and even very recently, more recently, elementary schools.
My concern is, I know we're trying to get to the high school students here to get note taking and stuff like that. But I feel at some point, I think we're a little too late when they're in high school already. So I think for me, just thinking out loud and maybe trying to pursue something at the middle school. So when they know that this is happening, they're coming to the high school ready to go, or maybe a refresher. I know I forgot who I was talking to, but sometimes the students might not know the importance of a GPA when they come to high school, right? Because no one has ever talked to them about that, or whatever the reason. But just being strategically on this program, I feel like if we're gonna start the high school, yes, great point, but I feel we need to go back to the middle schools. I know it's a specific district on this list, right? That they start at the elementary level, and we start those strategies early on. So by the time they get to the middle school and the high school, they're familiarized with those specific strategies and those note taking, and ensuring that they're organized in a way of their level of where they're at. So I think that's my challenge onto us, that we need to ensure that we are helping all of our students to get there. I feel that we're at the high school and it might be a little too late. It's still, we're catching them, but I feel we need to go back to the middle school and really ensure that that's happening at the middle school, so they're ready to high school, and ensuring that they know the importance, if they're planning on going to a university or college, that GPA is their GPA is really important if you have a specific university. And some students that are ready to go there, they know that, but not all of our students are aware of that. So that's just a challenge for me. We feel we need to look at.
Yeah, we absolutely can take a look at our encore rotation at the middle school level, look at our offerings at the middle school level, and determine whether an avid elective or perhaps the addition of avid strategies minimally would be the way to help support the work.
And I feel, yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm going to say as a teacher, right? I know sometimes we think of avid strategies and like, oh, something else that I'm doing. But a lot of the strategies we already use in the classroom, they're just named something else.
Yeah.
Right. So, and then I know we said membership. Do we have to be certified as a school to be able to participate?
We do not.
Okay.
So that is actually something that you gain that, like you go and you earn that. And we do have an avid partner. His name is Brent Anderson, and he comes and works with us. And as you do have to have the avid elective to be certified, and that's something that we don't have at this time, but we're looking to move towards. And I think once if that moves into place, that will be our next step, is to become an avid certified school. And at that time, you can start providing PD, which I know some of those districts do now, and they start providing PD for districts around the area instead of always, going somewhere further away. Good point. And yeah, well received. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Last on our agenda today is the enrollment and attendance update that both John and I are going to share in. Current enrollment on the very first day of school was 11,452 students in K through 12. And
Yeah, and obviously our first day of preschool was on Friday. I do want to highlight because I know we talked a little bit about preschool registration enrollment either at the July or the June curriculum board meeting. So on August 18th, in preparation for the first day of school, we did have 545 pre-K students completely rostered with all that necessary paperwork, which is an increase from 347 that we had for the first day last school year. So it's an increase of 200 pre-K kids that we had in class on the very first day of school. And then again, our team here and at our buildings are still doing additional work to make sure that confirmation of income and all of that is submitted. So for today, for Monday the 31st, we had 564 students in.
And then outside of that, registration continues in other grade levels as well. We currently have 46 families finalizing different registration components, and those are being expedited and reviewed quickly so that those students can get into class as soon as possible. And then on that very first day of school, we had an attendance rate of 95.17%.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I guess that's it. The meeting has ended at 6:27. I apologize. Our next curriculum committee meeting is on September, and it is September 21st at 6 p.m. here in the Admin Center. We have adjourned.